Hi, I'm Andy.
I'm Wendy.
And we're Outdoor Whiskey Life. And today we're going to be talking about another Canadian whiskey. Last time we were talking about Crown Royal. This time we will be talking about Canadian Club Classic blended Canadian whiskey, aged 12 years. It says over here, aged 12 years in a charred oak bourbon barrels. Canadian Club Classic delivers full aromas of vanilla, mellow wood, and spice with a hint of soft butterscotch. Okay. Our award-winning Canadian Club whiskeys are made with the same attention to detail used more than 150 years ago in perfecting our Canadian rye recipe. That to this day relies on traditional pot stills and our finest quality grains. All right. So I did learn something pretty interesting about this.
Okay.
And it's, I guess, back during Prohibition, they're based out of Windsor, Ontario, which is kind of like it literally is on the border of America, where Detroit's on one side and Windsor's on the other side. And they smuggled Canadian Club across the border to kind of, fuel that the people against Prohibition to drink. So I'm pretty sure Canadian Club made a lot of money off of smuggling. So it's pretty,
cool.
I would think so. I mean, that seems like that's what it'd be.
Yeah.
So it seems kind of interesting. It is weird too that it's a pot still. Because I've heard like pot stills for Irish whiskey, but I've never heard it for. I know I don't think American whiskey uses it. I think they use like Colm, or I don't know, something like that. I've never heard something called pot still other than like Ireland.
Okay.
So that's new.
Okay.
Different.
And when I looked it up, I saw a lot of them had small batch, but it was 12-year also. So I think they're interchangeable.
Or maybe they just changed the name.
Yeah, I think they changed the name at one point. So if you have either classic or small batch, I believe they're the same.
Both 12 years?
Yeah, they're both 12 years.
Relatively cheap whiskey.
Yeah.
Wasn't that expensive? Like 30, 25 bucks?
I think it's pretty easy to get. I think it's pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, I think there's only like 3 or 4 different types of Canadian Club.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's that many variety. But let's open it up and see what we got here.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, it's a tough cork. Wait.
The drama.
Oh, there we go. Okay. And yours. Sorry, they gave me a little too much. Oh well.
Nice. I'll try to get.
Good night.
Okay.
There we go.
It's got a real caramely color.
Yeah. It's definitely a little darker than normal.
And what does it smell like?
Ooh. Like a little bit vanilla.
I definitely smell vanilla.
Did it say vanilla?
It's sweet.
It did say vanilla. Aromas of vanilla.
Okay, yeah. That's
definitely smells like vanilla.
Yeah, that's the first thing I smell. It smells good.
It has a little bit of spice to it. Like almost like a peppery note, maybe?
Yeah. I think that vanilla's just taken over.
Yeah. Once you start talking about the flavor, it all of a sudden is like stuck in there. It's like
now
I can't get vanilla out of my head.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's dive in.
Okay, let's try it. Okay.
Definitely vanilla.
Definitely vanilla.
Yeah. A little bit of spice to
It
it.
does have a little spice, but there's not really any burn going down. It's pretty smooth.
Oh, that's weird.
Would you just taste?
Like butterscotch at the very end.
Okay, I'm gonna try that again. Because
That's pretty cool.
I think it did say that.
Does it say? I don't know if it says. Oh no, it does say butterscotch. A hint of soft butterscotch. It does have that little back end flavor.
That's hilarious because I taste it now.
Yeah, I'm telling you. As soon as someone says it, you all of a sudden taste it.
A butterscotch candy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That, and it's not, so I will say this. This doesn't have that short finish. It's got
That's
a
true.
pretty decent length
Yeah.
of finish to where
Yeah.
it just kind of sits there,
It's
and
still with
then
me.
all of a sudden you get that little hint of butterscotch at the very end, and then it's gone. But it's real soft. It is,
Yeah.
I guess you would say, soft on the palate. Once you've swallowed, there's no real alcohol burn or
No.
anything like that.
No, I felt it was pretty smooth. I feel like it's an easy drinking. It's easy drinking one.
Yeah, it's definitely it's not as easy as the other ones, but this is definitely easy to drink. I will say this. I'm not condoning it, but I will say this. Black cup of coffee, a shot of this in it,
Ooh.
and a little spoonful of sugar,
Okay.
and my goodness, it helps some medicine go down. I mean, it's some good stuff. Yeah,
gonna try that
I've had that a couple times now for breakfast.
Oh, have
And
you?
yeah, well, I mean, I have more than just that. I mean, yes, there's a nice cup of coffee with this. It's tasty.
Mm.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Is that
You are
vanilla?
getting
Is
it?
that- Yeah, it's the butterscotch.
Now I do know that they make a couple different versions of this. Like this is the 12 year, and I know they make, I guess, just straight Canadian Club.
Yeah.
And I think that was like aged at 5 years. I could be wrong. And then they have another version.
I thought I saw a 10-year also.
Well, I think that may be what they would call premium.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
But I know there's like 3 different types,
Okay.
and then they make a single 100% rye,
Okay.
which was relatively recent compared to all the other ones. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty tasty drink for something that you would think would be considered a cheap whiskey.
Yeah.
You know, you're not spending a ton of money. And last time I was saying I was having a hard time finding Canadian whiskeys, but this was pretty much in every whiskey place. Now,
Nice.
unfortunately, I feel like it's on the bottom shelf, so it may not be the most upper echelon of whiskeys from Canada. But yeah, I've enjoyed it so far, and you know, it's the only one I put in my coffee. Really, I need to test this out and maybe try other whiskeys in my coffee in the morning, see which one works out best. I don't know.
Yeah.
But again, we're indoors today. It's ridiculously hot, and supposedly it's gonna like monsoon thunderstorm on us. But we are hoping that maybe the next video or the next couple videos, we'll be outside. We're hoping.
We'll see.
May cool down just enough for us to get some videos in, some cool spots outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been a very good, tasty whiskey. This Canadian Club, classic. Can't forget, classic. It's a classic.
Yeah, I'm into it. It has some more notes. It's got a little bit more complexity than the last one that we had. I mean, if you don't have a lot of money, you know, I think it's a good pick. I think it's a good pick. I mean, it's not as complex as some of the other ones, but it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I if I'm not mistaken, it is it's 40% alcohol, so 80 proof. I mean, it's your standard. Feel like your standard whiskey that you get on the shelf and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's seems like a pretty good whiskey.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
That was fast.
Well, if you like our videos, please subscribe. I'm Andy,
I'm Wendy.
and we are Outdoor Whiskey Life.